Hello, my name is Emily and will be conducting a film analysis on the movie Zootopia. During my analysis, I will apply and discuss through the Marxist and cultural lens. Zootopia is an animated adventure comedy film set in the lively city of Zootopia, where all animals work together as a society. This movie is directed by Brian Howard, Rich Moore, and produced by Disney in 2016. The story begins with Judy Hopps, an optimistic and determined bunny who dreams to become the first rabbit police officer in the big city. However, she is challenged by the officer chef Bogo and is assigned parking duty. As she patrols, she meets Nick, a fox who does no good, and they end up bonding together to investigate the case of missing mammals. Throughout their journey, Judy and Nick confront their own prejudice and learns the importance of understanding and acceptance in a diverse society. The reason why I chose to analyze this film is because of its interesting concept, where animals live in an almost mirror-like environment of human society, facing things like discrimination and judgment. First, let's start the Marxist lens with a quote by Karl Marx, the founder of this theory. The history of all heritable existing society is the history of class struggles. The Marxist lens analyzes the structure of power in a literature work, especially when it comes to social and economic classes, specifically examining how one is oppressed and the impacts. By applying the Marxist lens on the work Zootopia, it is shown that class struggle in capitalism denies people from having the freedom to pursue their dreams. Individuals from lower class, like herbivores and small-sized animals, will be too occupied trying to make ends meet that they will deter from trying to achieve their true ambitions. The hustle Wild Nick is constantly on is an example of this. While being questioned by Hopps, he states,
"Hey, carrots, you're gonna wake the baby. I gotta get to work."
This is important, sir. I think your $10 worth of popsicles can wait.
Ha! I make $200 a day, Fluff. 365 days a year since I was 12. And time is money. Hop along.
The social prejudice Nick faces, being born as a fox, traps him into this constant state of struggle, as he is enclosed by society to achieve something greater. Due to this constant hustle for money, those in the lower class will forever remain in the lower class. It highlights the social hierarchy and the systemic barriers that keep those who are marginalized, like Nick, into a cycle of economic struggle, unable to achieve anything greater. From this, it will only reinforce existing power structures and serve as a critique to real life, where low-income families continue to struggle. Not only does Zootopia portray the class differences and impacts that can be applied to our real-life society, it also provides an insight into how capitalism can take away the individuality workers once had or potentially could have. This can be seen when looking at the corporations that exist in Zootopia, especially with the Lemmings Brothers Bank. In this scene, the Lemmings can be seen finishing their shift at the bank and exiting coherently in a straight line for popsicles.
Popsicles! Get your popsicles!
Not only do the lemmings all dress in identical clothing, their behavior is the same, moving in union and showing no signs of individuality at all. This representation underlines the dehumanizing effects of capitalism, where workers are reduced to become this machine-like creature, performing monotonous tasks that only benefit the corporate. This scene can be seen as a reflection of Marx's critique of capitalism, as workers become alienated from their origins, losing their sense of self, and are forced to conform to societal expectations. The second lens I will use to analyze this film is the cultural lens. The cultural lens focuses on societal beliefs found in the work, where differences on ethical, racial, political views are explored and compared. By applying the cultural lens on the work Zootopia, it is shown through stereotypes and prejudice. Those marginalized groups lose identity and are forced to conform to certain roles. This behavior can be seen when predators, a minority of the population, were facing prejudice and further alienation occurred, as a result of systemic biases and fear-mongering. During the press conference that Judy attends after finding the missing mammals, she is pushed into confronting and reinforcing the systemic biases that exist, spreading the news that it is within animal biology that makes predators aggressive. When questioned, she says this:
Biological component, something in their DNA.
In their DNA? Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes. What I mean is, thousands of years ago, predators survived through their aggressive hunting instincts. For whatever reason, they seem to be reverting back to their primitive savage ways.
Response, as an authority, initiated more people to blame the predator's actions on their biology, which instilled fear and widened the gap between predator and victim. As a result, Judy intentionally reinforces societal stereotypes, leading to increased marginalization of already vulnerable groups. A similar dynamic can be observed in the real world, in the way that certain ethnic groups are associated with criminal behavior. For example, through media representation like press conferences, African American in the States have historically been subjected to stereotypes that portray them as being more likely to commit crimes by nature. In addition, identity can be wavered by stereotypes, as individual potential is hindered and they are forced to confine themselves to what society depicts them as. For instance, Judy argues to Nick about her identity. She replies,
No one tells me what I can or can't be, especially not some jerk who never had the guts to try to be anything more than a popsicle hustler.
All right, look. Everyone comes to Zootopia thinking they can be anything they want. Well, you can't. You can only be what you are. Sly Fox, dumb bunny.
I am not a dumb bunny.
Right. And that's not wet cement. You'll never be a real cop.
This statement depicts how stereotypes can impose labels on individuals such as Sly Fox and Dumb Bunny, making them hesitate and question their own identity. In this case, Nick's comment is what made Judy question her own goals and identity, leading her to ponder about her role in the world. This is a reflection of how societal expectations in real life limit opportunities for marginalized groups, where behavior such as microaggression hinders one's ability to be self-aware. Personally, I believe that Zootopia is a well-made film that serves as a powerful allegory for contemporary social issues. The movie explores themes of prejudice, stereotypes, and systemic biases, reflecting real-world dynamics in a way that is accessible to audiences of all ages. Zootopia challenges audience to consider their own prejudices and perspectives by tackling these difficult subjects in a lively and captivating setting, making it a culturally significant movie that has an impact that lasts much beyond its time. For the rating, I believe that this film deserves a 9 out of 10 because it invites viewers to reflect on their own prejudices and perspectives while providing entertainment. It is a work of cultural significance, considering its powerful message, compelling story, and superb animation.